Unfortunately, little cat's in hospital with tick paralysis, but he's going to be okay apparently according to that. So we got Magic Mike here instead, who's going to come and do coaching corner instead of little cat. So today Mike and I are going to talk about another queer story. Maybe we're not. Mike! So today, bye Mike! The story today is about, this is a good one. I like this one. This is about presentation. And a number of my management clients and supervisors, or some C-suite as well, are coming around confidence in communication. And how do I confidently get my message across so it resonates at all levels? How do I bring people on the journey with me, or how do I actually eloquently present a really boring report with loads and loads of data on it? So this came about, this particular coachee client, Pansy, speaks English as a second language, but is absolutely insane at data. So she's a data reporting lead with one of the major state agencies, so public sector, and what she found was she was having to give more and more presentations, and she was just getting more and more flustered and was losing confidence in her own ability to deliver, because she spoke English as a second language and also just couldn't work out how to even, she had all the data and the reports there, she just wanted to put it in a way that the audience could actually relate to it, and that she could actually communicate and convince them of what she was trying to present to them, the findings, etc. it might be, and what it meant, the value it meant to the audience. And so how we work together, I'm just remembering and picturing it now. We work together because, how we work together, I put together a deck of 5 sessions, what they look like and what we get out of them. And within that deck, I also had, backup slides for Pansy speaking English as a second language, so we could do a coaching session, and then she had the coaching pack with exactly all the topics aligned to how we are going to get her to the level she needed to do to present eloquently and confidently to an identified audience. And by the 3rd session, she showed me the slides that she'd been presenting, and because she was doing so much virtual team meetings, and now it was just, for her, it wasn't overwhelming anymore. She was able to get out there and just absolutely go for it. And we'd done some NLP as well, whereby if she felt beforehand that she got stressed or anything, all she had to do is go like that on her pressure point, close her eyes, and imagine that that she'd finished, and that the talk was over, the presentation had been finished, she'd done really well. Then she was able to let go, open her eyes, and she was there, absolutely ready to rock and roll. So by the 3rd session, as I said, she completely nailed it. So we used the 4th and 5th sessions to really talk about how we can then take what she'd learned from how to present eloquently into the workplace, and how she could use that to instill a new way of communicating with confidence to her team and her leaders and to the wider audience within that government body. And what we found over the last couple of months is she's completely turned into a different person. Instead of someone who was kind of, you could see in her head, everything you were saying, she was then translating it into her own language, and then thinking about what she wanted to say in her own language and translating it back into English. And so now she's not doing that so much, and she's able to have that free-flowing conversation because she's confident in her ability to deliver. And then secondly, she's now learned how to just go with the flow, and learn that you might not be able to get it 100% perfect the first time. However, if you do your best and you do it with humor and tell everybody at the beginning of call what the outcome is, what you're trying to achieve, and you do your best to get there, then it's okay not to work with the script 100%, but to come off at some times. And if you make a mistake, we learn from it and we move on. So I think that's a really lovely story in the essence of communication and confidence. It's a topic with which a lot of people are coming to me for coaching for. And there are, I suppose, 3 fundamentals you've got to remember, and that is always everyone looks through a different lens, so we've got to learn to communicate in a way that resonates with individuals. And on a group presentation call, especially if it's done virtually, we need to ensure that we involve everybody in the story and we bring them on that journey with us. And the way we're going to do that by engaging them at the beginning, icebreakers, sheeps, whatever it might be. And thirdly, it's about believing in yourself that what you think didn't work, other people might think was absolutely brilliant. So it's the way you might potentially, what are the blockers that you're putting on yourself to actually believe in your abilities and see yourself in the light that, in the feedback you get from other people. I mean, aligning it. So people say, that was absolutely great feedback. I really enjoyed it, Pansy. But Pansy started freaking out going, that was awful to me. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I freaked out because I didn't, when someone asked me a question, blah, blah, blah. But people don't see it that way. And that was the biggest unblocker for Pansy, was to understand that people don't actually know that I'm making these mistakes. So to them, I'm looking absolutely great. Woohoo!